morning, boys and girls.
Morning.
Alright, today's story is titled The Prodigal Son. Who knows about the prodigal son? Who's ever heard about the story of the prodigal son? That's good. Well, Jesus tells us of a story about a man who has two sons. So he has two sons, and the youngest one, if you put it in modern day times, he goes to his father and says, Dad, I think I'm old enough, and I want you to give me all of my life savings, basically. So the father is like, are you sure you want all of this right now? Yeah, he said, exactly. He said, yes, I want it right now. So he was like, okay, be careful, but I'm going to give you your money that you asked for. All your life saving and all your inheritance, I'm going to give it to you. So the son receives all of his inheritance and goes off to he just goes far from home. Very far from home. Everyone ever been very far from home? Yeah, exactly. He went very far. So he goes off and he has all this money and he spends it wildly. Like he goes through the town and says, hey, you can have some money and you can have some too and you can have some too. All his friends, he has all his friends because he has so much money. So why not be his friend, right? So he spends all his money and then he has no more money. So along with his money, all his friends leave. He's all alone, and they're like, okay, you don't have any more money, so we're leaving. So now a famine comes to the town, and you know what happens in a famine? There's barely no water, and there's no grain, and all this, and he's like, what am I going to do? So he goes and works for a man where he's feeding pigs. Anyone who knows about Jews back then, they wouldn't even touch a pig, much less feed them. And he was like, now he wants to eat the food that the pigs are eating because he's so hungry and he's starving, he has no money. So he's like, man, I shouldn't have left home. I want to go back home, but I wonder if my father will receive you. Meanwhile, his father is home and he's like, where's my son? Where's my son? I hope he comes back home. And he's looking out for him. And then his son finally, he sees someone from a far distance and he sees him and he's like, my son has returned. So the son has returned because he realized that all that he was done wasn't worth it. He was better off staying home. And the older brother is like, Father, I've stayed with you through all of this. I've worked for you. And he comes back and you're going to throw him a feast and give him a brand new robe. And the father says, all that I have is already yours. And this reminds us of the father in the story reminds us of our Heavenly Father. Oftentimes we go astray and we go very far from God. And he still looks out for us and he says, I'm waiting for my child to come back. He says, my child will return. And when my child returns, I'll give him a robe and a great feast, saying that my child was once lost, but now he's found. So remember that no matter where we go in life, God will always be home to receive us. No matter how far we go, no matter how many bad things we did, he will always be there to receive us. Does anyone want to give a prayer? I want two people, a boy and a girl. Brianna and no boy, so I choose another girl, Aliana.
Dear God, thank you for everybody. Thank you for the people. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for the children. Amen. Dear Jesus, make us have a good day today. Help us learn. Thank you for our parents. Amen.